This is my quick reaction to the news that the Premier League fixtures have been released, and first game of the season we have Palace versus Arsenal at Selhurst Park, and that just smells of a home win, doesn't it? Similar vibes to last season as well, because you had Brentford at home against Arsenal, but of course Palace aren't newly promoted, but still, Palace are a very good team, and of course the season just gone, Arsenal lost 3-0 away at Selhurst Park in what was a really poor result and performance for Arsenal, so I could definitely see Palace winning that game. In terms of other exciting opening games of the season, we have Fulham playing at home against Liverpool, Bournemouth playing at home against Aston Villa, and then Newcastle playing at home against Forest. So really difficult starts for the newly promoted teams, especially for Fulham and Forest. While Man City, the current champions, they play West Ham away. In terms of key dates, we have Liverpool playing Man City on the 15th of October, and then on the 1st of October, we have the Manchester Derby and the North London Derby, so that's really exciting. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, where the season is going to stop halfway through because of the World Cup, which is just wild. The season will stop after the weekend of the 12th and 13th of November, and then it's going to restart on Boxing Day. So that is just crazy how the season's just going to stop for a whole tournament mid-season. I do feel sorry for the players somewhat because they've had a grueling Premier League season. Then a lot of them have played 4 games straight after. Then sooner or later they're going to quickly come back to the new season, and then they're going to take a break to play in a World Cup and then restart in Boxing Day again, where you've got a massive Christmas schedule of football. So the players are going to be knackered for sure, and I do feel sorry for them. And I mean, look, I know tiredness isn't an excuse for the poor performances for England, but surely they didn't need to play 4 Nations League games. That seems excessive to me. Anyway, back to the Premier League fixtures, and I really like analysing the fixtures of each teams, but especially the newly promoted teams, where they're going to have a fight to stay up. So, starting off with the Championship champions in Fulham. Their first game is at home against Liverpool. Then they play Wolves away, Brentford at home in a North London derby. Well, not a North London derby, but certainly a London derby. Then they play Arsenal at home and Brighton at home. So I actually think that's not too bad of a start for Fulham, because yes, Liverpool at home, that's basically like a free hit. But then Wolves away, I don't think Wolves will be as good as this coming up season as they were last season. Then Brentford at home, that's a derby, anything can happen. And then Arsenal at home, I think the Fulham players will be up for that. There'll be a good atmosphere there. And then Brighton at home, yes, Brighton recruit very well, they're a good side, but they're not like a Liverpool or a Man City or a Tottenham. So that's not too bad of a start for Fulham. And then in terms of their run-in, they play Man City at home, Leicester at home, Saints away, Palace at home, and Man United away. So again, I don't think that's actually too bad of a run-in. In terms of their chances of staying up, you're thinking Leicester at home, Saints away, and Palace at home. Those 3 games are actually relatively not too hard, especially the fact that you have Leicester and Palace, who are decent mid-table Premier League sides, but Fulham are at home in those games. So theoretically, Fulham have a better chance of winning those games. And then you'd probably think, hopefully from a Fulham fan's point of view, by the time they play Man United away, they'll be safe. In terms of the other 2 newly promoted sides, you have Bournemouth. They've got quite a mixed start actually, because they play Villa at home, which I think is relatively an easy start, because yes, Villa could be a really good team this season, but it might take time for their new squad to gel. So I think starting off with Villa at home is really good, but then they play Man City away, which obviously is a free hit. Then Arsenal at home, which is not too bad, but then again, free hit, Liverpool away, and then Wolves at home. It's actually quite good in a way that they've got Man City away and Liverpool away, the 2 hardest fixtures in the season, first, to almost just get that out of the way. But then you mix that with Villa at home, which is a relatively easy start, and then Wolves at home, which I think, like I said earlier, I don't think Wolves will be as good this season as they were last season. In terms of their run-in though, they play Leeds at home, Chelsea at home, Palace away, Man United away, and then Everton away. So again, I think that's actually not too bad of a run-in. Leeds will be one of the easiest teams probably to play this upcoming season. Chelsea at home, Palace away is difficult, especially playing Palace away from home. And then Man United at home, Everton away, you know what, it could be harder, because Everton, they're kind of just a really hard team to predict, because yes, they had such a horrific season, but you know, under Frank Lampard, they might be rejuvenated, although Frank Lampard, is he going to survive by that last game of the season? Who knows? Then finally for Forest, they play Newcastle away to begin with, which is relatively difficult. Then they play West Ham at home, Everton away, Spurs at home, and then Man City away. So I actually think that's the hardest start out of the three newly promoted teams, because West Ham are no mugs. For such a small squad, they did so well to still get really good performances and results right up until the end of the season. Then Everton away, I mean, on paper it's hard, but actually, as we've seen, Everton have had a shambolic season, and playing them at so early on in the season might actually be a good thing for Forest. But then they play Spurs at home, then Man City away. So Forest could easily be in a scenario where after 5 games they haven't got a win. But their run-in is not as hard. They play Brentford away, which is not too bad. Then they play Saints at home, but then Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, and then Palace away. So by Saints at home, after that game, Forest realistically, mathematically, kind of almost need to be safe, because Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, and Palace away are very difficult fixtures. But then playing Brentford and Saints before that is not too bad. So I think realistically for Forest fans, they need to be safe by the time they finish playing Saints at home. So that's my quick analysis of the Premier League fixtures. If you support a Premier League team, let me know about the fixtures and what you think in the comments below. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all hopefully in the next video. Thank you very much.